I am so sorry, guys. I am so sorry. I've been away from the channel and content for a little bit now. I just recently came back from a little vacation that I was on, and I did enjoy it. But at the same time, I also said that I would have had uploads planned for y'all, and unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I mean, I did have some uploads planned, but unfortunately, I couldn't get around to finishing them. So, for the longest amount of time, for it feels like a year for some, you guys didn't see anything from me, and I deeply apologize for that. I'm very sorry. I hope moving forward, stuff like this doesn't happen often, but you know, just stuff gets in the way. You're living life, and all of a sudden, you miss out on some of the things you said you were gonna do. So again, I'm very sorry. I do want to apologize about that, but we are back. Yes, I am back, and I'm here, hopefully, to stay for as long as I could, and talk to you guys about the brand new live event that just took place in Battle Royale. And boy, was it a pretty interesting live event. A lot of things in it that I think people were expecting, but also a couple things that people weren't expecting. Definitely, off the bat, way better than the rocket launch event, but that's a whole thing in of itself. The rocket event was just a repeat of an OG event. It was never anything crazy the first time around. Well, back in the day, it was crazy because that was the first ever live event we got, but since then we've just gotten better and better. So yeah, it just hasn't held up. We did get that red rift though at the end, which has led to a lot of just crazy story implications, and that's a whole nother thing that I can make a video about. But today I really just want to talk about the Super Showdown live event that we just had for the main Battle Royale mode, and wow, was it pretty good. Starting off, you go in, you hop into the match, and you gotta land at, you know, Daigo's place, the domain area. And I really like that they gave you little challenges to do at first, like shooting these little targets, which I think just gave you a bit of XP or made you glow for the most part. It was nothing crazy, but it was a little something to do before the main event actually took place. I really do like that Epic made it so that you couldn't kill anyone. I mean, well, technically you could kill people doing the challenges, but you could respawn back in the domain, so that was nice. A problem with some of the other events that took place on the map so far was that you could still somehow kill people, and unfortunately you wouldn't be able to respawn or pop back in. So I like this approach. You can still shoot, use your guns, but the trolling is definitely minimized. To the main event though, I really did enjoy the startup. So everything with Daigo and him rising, coming up and taking all that energy from the different spire points was just really sick to see. And the build up, that crescendo pretty much to the entire temple collapsing, and from the depths, tentacles coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, the Kraken event finally took place in Fortnite, and this was insane. A lot of people knew, you know, based off of the teasers, that some type of Kraken monster was going to come from the underworld or whatever that place is, that shadow realm. And man, did it not disappoint. I mean, that thing was huge, you know? And it put up a really strong fight against us, the players, and the heroes who eventually came in to save the day. Pretty cliche, but still cool nonetheless. You didn't get a little cinematic. I mean, it's not really a cinematic, but just like almost comic book panels coming in with a little bit of animation flowing through them. And it did catch me a little bit off guard. You know, I think if you were to ask a lot of other people, and even me, I would have definitely preferred a more, you know, 3D rendered cinematic clip for this part instead of these panels coming up and showcasing the heroes coming in. But I mean, it is kind of on brand. It is a little on theme, and you know, if their approach was to get a little goofy during this time, I think they nailed it. Of course, all this led into an epic boss battle, which really reminded me of the Doctor Doom live event. That was one that I really didn't get to partake in too much because I did miss the first part, but the second part, defeating Doom, I was there, and eventually he was rifted away. So as soon as this part started, I knew, okay, we're in a similar situation. We gotta stop these tentacles. And at first, I thought that maybe this was going to be something like the Pandora's box, where it just kind of sits there, and over time, it's like a community event where people have to take down the tentacles. But no, you could do it in the match that you were in, and it happened at a good pace, you know? You could use a bunch of weapons, including the the freaking Kamehameha against the tentacles, which is really sick. And you know, as soon as we defeated one, more came up out of nowhere, and I'm sure everyone was freaking out, but Superman comes in to save the day, and I think a lot of us expected that. Really sick to see him beat up the monster. Is it a little out of character for James Gunn's Superman to completely slice off the tentacle and pretty much beat the Kraken to near death? Pretty sure it didn't die, back to where it came from. Maybe, but it was still cool nonetheless. And overall, that's pretty much where it left off. The sliced bit of tentacle is now on the map, and I'm pretty sure this is what segues us into the alien or bug themed season that's going to be coming really soon. But overall, I'd say the event was really cool. And it wasn't anything crazy. I don't think Fortnite advertised this as like a crazy main, big live event. I think this is definitely one of the more mini events to take place in the game. I don't think it's like up there with the Galactic Battle or anything like that. But for what we got, I think definitely Epic did a fantastic job. And this does definitely get me excited for the next season to come. Which, speaking of that next season, I haven't seen too much about it. I've been staying off the web a little bit in terms of leaks or anything Fortnite related, Fortnite news, but I have seen this image floating around, which maybe if it's a bit of a spoiler, you could skip ahead, but this image of Halo collaborating yet again with Fortnite. We have some female Spartan who look to be checking out the area, and this is really sick and alludes to Halo or Master Chief yet again collaborating with Fortnite to potentially bring back the original Master Chief skin, which yes has returned to the item shop recently again, but further cements it coming back again and again next season. Or at least whenever these skins come out. And speaking of these skins, I think they look pretty sick. Will they be separate skins or just one skin with different edit styles? We'll have to wait and see, but overall, I'm liking it. I'm glad that we're getting more Halo stuff into the game, more Master Chief. Give me all of it. While I'm not the biggest nerd or fan of Halo and that whole franchise, it definitely holds a special place in my heart, as I do own the Master Chief collection and have played a ton of the games when I was younger. And this gets me really excited to see what we get in terms of collabs for next season. Anything to do with Helldivers or anything alien or bug related would just be pretty sick. But yeah, for now though, that's pretty much it for today's video. I'm glad to be back, and I'd say that this was a pretty good event. Let me know in the comment section down below if you were there, and if you were, did you enjoy it, and are you excited for next season? I would really love to know. As always, I want to thank all of you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and use code TrulyMystic in the item shop if you would like to support me there. Now I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, and I will catch you in the next one. It's TrulyMystic, and until then, peace.